What is the oddest thing you thought was normal and ended up being a medical problem? I thought everyone saw tiny dancing lights when they closed their eyes really tight. Since I was maybe 5, whenever I'd squeeze my eyelids shut, like during hide and seek or trying to fall asleep, I'd see these brilliant sparkles swirling around like miniature fireworks. Blues, greens, golds, all pulsing and moving in patterns. I called them my eye movies. I mentioned it casually to my mom once. Do you like watching the sparkly lights when you close your eyes? She laughed and said I had such an imagination. When I tried to explain they were real lights, not pretend, she just smiled and said kids see all sorts of magical things. By elementary school, I realized other kids didn't talk about their eye movies. During rest time when we'd close our eyes, I'd whisper to friends about the light show I was watching. They looked at me like I was weird. One girl said I was making it up for attention. The lights got more intense over the years. Sometimes they'd appear even when I wasn't squeezing my eyes shut, just in dim rooms or when I was tired. Geometric patterns, spiraling tunnels of color, sometimes even what looked like tiny explosions. It was beautiful, but also concerning. In middle school, I started getting terrible headaches, the kind that made me nauseous and sensitive to bright lights. My parents took me to our family doctor, who said it was probably stress from school. Teenagers get headaches, he shrugged, but the eye lights were getting stronger. During a particularly bad headache episode in 8th grade, I was lying in the dark when suddenly my vision erupted into this incredible light display, even with my eyes open. Swirling, pulsing, taking over half my vision. I panicked and screamed for my mom. She rushed me to the ER, thinking I was having some kind of seizure. The doctor did basic tests, said my pupils looked normal, and suggested it might be migraines. Some kids see auras, he said dismissively. She'll probably grow out of it. I felt crazy. Was I imagining things? Were these auras what I'd been seeing my whole life? The breaking point came during sophomore year. I was taking a biology test when suddenly my entire left visual field exploded into zigzagging lights, not the gentle sparkles I was used to. These were violent, flashing, making it impossible to read. I couldn't finish the test and sat there crying. My biology teacher, Mrs. Chen, noticed I was struggling. After class, she asked what happened. When I described the lights, her expression changed completely. "Sarah," she said carefully, "how long have you been seeing these lights?" "My whole life," I admitted. "I thought everyone did." She immediately called my parents and recommended we see a neurologist, not just our family doctor. She said my symptoms sounded like something specific that needed proper evaluation. The neurologist took my light descriptions very seriously. After extensive testing, including an MRI and something called an EEG, she explained I had a condition called visual snow syndrome combined with migraine auras. Apparently, my brain was constantly generating visual static, like an old TV with bad reception. The sparkles I'd seen since childhood were neurological noise, not imagination. The recent episodes were migraine auras triggering on top of my existing visual snow. My parents were devastated. They hadn't believed me. My mom cried when she realized I'd been living with this constant visual disturbance for over a decade, thinking it was normal. The diagnosis changed everything. With proper medication, the severe episodes stopped. I learned coping strategies for the visual snow, which I still see but now understand. Most importantly, I learned to trust my own experiences, even when others dismiss them. Now in college, I help run awareness campaigns about invisible neurological conditions. That biology teacher probably saved me years of suffering by simply believing what I was experiencing and knowing where to direct me for help.